All right. Can you hear me loud and clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's switch to the video and let's start. Before I start, any questions on what we have covered so far? No questions? All right then.
I mean, are you referring all these points to from an ebook or it's any manual?
I didn't get your question. No, this is all I'm giving you based on what I have learned. What is there in Prince2? So ebook is there, uh, which helps you get familiar with the keywords. Okay, what are the keywords? For example, what is a project, right? So the definition I have given you, that is based on the keywords given in the ebook. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
thank you.
we will come to ebook part, don't worry, we will come to that. So we are covering the basics right now and then we will move to ebook. Okay, so we were here. Now see, my question, how do you like so far? Is this content relevant, or is it relatable, or is it something which you didn't thought of? How is the content? Are you liking this, or this is something complex or which you haven't imagined? How is it?
It's the process of unlearning, right? I just we have to take it up and we
Okay.
have to move on.
Okay. Is it
And
a?
as you said,
Yeah, yeah.
right,
You are breaking up actually, so can't hear you. Is it just me, or
Yeah, we couldn't hear you.
yeah? What about others?
Yeah, Sam, we can hear you.
Yeah. No. Is it interesting? That's the question. Is it interesting? The Prince 2. Is it making?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, making sense? Is it relatable?
It is relatable, yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Now, see, you will get an ebook. That ebook has everything. That's the Bible for Prince 2, right? However, that ebook is monotonous. If I tell you, that's monotonous. If you read the ebook, you will, after reading 2 3 pages, you will feel like you don't want to read it anymore because it's theory, right? So my job here is to make this interesting. That's all. Yeah, making it interesting with the help of examples which you can relate with, and tell you the story in a form of story. That's all. Okay. So otherwise, ebook is the Bible. All right. Now see, another keyword. When we get the mandate from the business, when we get the mandate from the business, we get it in a form of a document. That document is called project brief. Is this screen visible? One note. Yes. Yeah, you can see it. Perfect.
Yes.
So business gives you mandate in a form of document. That document is called project brief. That project brief summarizes what this project is all about. Okay. So this project will have high level information. What is high level information? I want this car from this project within 20 lakh budget within 6 months, and this car will be SUV. That's it. High level information. I put that in this document. I call it project brief. I hand it over to the executive. Executive will refer this project brief and then will create a detailed document, a detailed document which is called business case. Are you with me? Yeah, are you with me so far? Now it's a detailed document for project. What does it have? It has everything. Everything means
Cost,
what is going to be
scope,
cost allocation, what is going to be the scope, what is going to be the communication approach, what is going to be the strategy, are we going to use waterfall or we are going to use agile, all these things. Everything about the project will be documented here in this business case. What this business case document talks about? This talks about planning, how we are going to execute, what are we going to get as an output of this project. Every single information will be documented in this business case. What do we expect from this project, at what cost, at what time, at what approach? Everything will be here. This is part of planning. Are you with me? Are you with me, everybody? Yeah. So what is business case? It's a detailed document. What is project brief? It's a high level document. Okay. Yeah. So business case
Yeah, I do
document.
have a question here.
Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back. I saw you. I'll come back to that.
Yeah, sure.
So business case tells you what needs to be done in this project, what needs to be processed, what resources do we have, how much time do we have, what is going to be the output. Everything will be documented here. Okay. Now, who creates business case? The executive. Who creates business case? The executive with the help of assistants. Who assists in creating business case? The project manager. Now you will get this question in your exam. Who is accountable for creating business case? Then the answer is executive. Who is responsible for creating business case? The answer is executive. Who assists in creating business case? That's project manager. Are you with me? Yeah, perfect. Now Santosh has a question. Yes, Santosh.
Yeah, as you said, right, the business gives a mandate to the executive, and then executive plans everything in and out of an project.
No,
So you mean to say
no,
that
no,
an
no,
executive might be a subject matter expert?
no, not at all. I never said executive plans end to end. I never said that. What I said is executive is a representative of business who hires project manager. Okay, that's what executive does. Executive is going to govern. Executive is going to direct. That's it. They don't get into the details. Executive are the business person. They are there to govern. They are there to direct people. Who plans the project? Who delivers the project? It's the project manager. This guy does the planning. This guy delivers. This guy manages everything. Project manager, not the executive. Executive is there to govern. Mr. Modi is there to govern. Who is delivering? The army and chief. You see, these days, who is delivering? Is it the prime minister who is going to the war field? No, right? Are you with me? Prime minister is there to govern the resources, right? The Indian Navy, the Indian Air Force, the Indian Army, they are the resources of the prime minister. But who delivers? It's the project managers. Who are the project managers? The chief of these armed forces. Yes, makes sense. Santosh, is it making sense?
No, I mean,
Hmm?
literally, I mean, it might contradictory for me. As you said, right? I mean, just to my understanding, the first the business gives the plan,
Mm-hmm.
what he requires.
Correct.
Then the business hires an executive,
Correct.
and an executive in turn hires a project manager who manages the
Correct.
resources, manages the constraints
Correct.
like cost, timeline,
Scope.
should have, must have some
Correct.
all the requirements. But
Mm-hmm.
project manager gets all those things from a executive prepares some mandate. Based on the mandate, he prepares some document from which the project manager takes all the inputs and he gets the things done with his team or is a team people under him. So project manager also gets an guidelines from the executive, what is business requirement exactly. And project manager is nowhere related to the business, he in turn responsible for answerable to the executive. So executive might be the subject matter of the business, what the business gives him. That's what my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay. Executive doesn't gives mandate. So you are mixing things up. So what happens? Business gives mandate. It's the business who gives mandate to the project team.
Yeah, then
Okay. Business gives mandate
to the
and
executive.
yeah. So business gives mandate and hires the executive. Executive converts that mandate into business case. Okay, so business gives a project brief, high level requirements. Hey, this is a project brief, I want you to deliver this project to me. Fine. Executive translates that project brief into business case, hires a project manager. Hey, project manager, this is the business case, deliver this document, deliver what I've written in this business case to me in next 6 months. Whatever I have written in business case, this is approved by me. You deliver all these things in this project. That's it. So for project manager, business case is the bible. Yeah. Okay, are you with me, Santosh?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, now project manager will be referring business case every single day. That business case becomes the bible for him or her, and project manager will be delivering products based on the business case. Whatever written there, I'll deliver that. For example, this car, in business case it's written the car color should be red, the car engine should be 1200 cc petrol, the car should have ADAS as a security feature, car should have 6 airbags. These are all written in business case. As a project manager, I'll deliver this only. I'll not make this 1200 cc to 1500 cc. No, I don't decide. I'm a project manager. I have boundaries. What boundaries I have? The business case. That's my boundary. I will play around this boundary only. Make sense? Is it making sense? Yes. Business case is the most important document for a project manager. I love cars. I'm a project manager. I love big engines, but I can't make it 2200 cc engine when it's written in business case that it requires 1200 cc. No matter how passionate I am, I can't do that. No matter how good it, how great car this will make if I make it 2200 cc. No, that's my boundary. Okay? Yeah. Yes, Sandhya has a question.
So here, when we say executive creates the business case uh, with PM's assistance, he can create different business cases for different projects. Correct.
Correct.
So, for example, there is a project for creating or making car, but similarly, because of his business, give him mandate that okay, this car needs to be in the market also. So he might have the another project
Correct.
where he talks about the sales or some other
Correct.
stuff. So that is
Yeah,
another
absolutely.
project.
Yes, 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 absolutely. Each project will have a unique business case, guys. Each project will have their own business case. Without business case, there is no project. As simple as that. Business case is the vision of the project. It's the vision. What exactly do we want? That's business case. That's why project manager always refer business case every single day. Always. Yeah.
So where does program sit in this? So suppose it is very high level
Mhm.
thing come to the
Sure.
executive.
Let me give you.
Alright.
Let me relate this example to the program. So let's suppose Geo. They want to get into the automobile industry. Yes. In order to get into this, there are different segments in the cars. Yes. We have different segments. We have hatchback. We have sedan. We have SUV. In order to get into the SUV, we should kick off the project 1. So this is project 1. In order to get into the sedan, project 2. For hatchback, project 3. Then there is luxury segment. Luxury segment like there is a car, Fortuner. Yeah, Fortuner. That's a luxury segment, right? 60 lakhs rupees segment. So for that segment, they initiate another project, project 4. All these projects are giving inputs to the program called automobile industry. Make sense?
Does it come under executive now?
Which one?
Now, like previously we just saw like business, then executive,
Mm-hmm.
then project. So project
Mm-hmm.
manager come into picture.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have program. So does it means business, executive, program manager, and project manager?
No, executive here. Project. Each project will have their own executive. Each project will have their own executive here at the ground.
So
Program is
program
at the
manager
top.
sits above executor.
Program is at the top.
Okay.
Before program, there is portfolio. You forgot.
Hmm.
Before program, there is a portfolio.
Good.
And before portfolio, there is a business. Remember?
Yep.
So business decides to now portfolio is something which we already have, which we already built, which we are already selling, which we already achieved. That is portfolio. But business wants automobile industry as well in their portfolio. So what they do, they initiate a program under which they have different segments in the car. So they trigger each project for the each segment, and for each project they hire executive project manager. Are you with me so far? Making sense, Sandhya?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
you have a confusion. Tell me, ask.
So my thing is like why we need executive in like for every project? Why can't
because
we have on program level?
because business cannot be involved in each project. So they hire their representative in each project because each project means money. 20 lakh for this project, 20 lakh for this project, 20 lakh for this project. So it means that each project has some money invested in it. Who will take care of that money? Who will take care whether they are getting ROI from that money or not? Who will take care? Tell me. Does business has that much of time? Let's suppose Mukesh Ambani is in the business. He is in the business. He is at the top layer. Do you think Mukesh Ambani will be interfering or getting involved in each project which are going on in Geo? He don't have that much of time and energy. So what he does? He hires or he appoints an executive on his behalf who will take care of the ROI part for each project, who will take care of the business interest.
And
Yeah,
I understood till here.
yes,
So for every project, we have executor, we
correct,
have executive, we have project manager.
correct.
On the program level, do we have anyone representing business?
At the program level,
Yes, at program
at the
level.
program level, we have program managers who
Are they
manages.
business people?
Program management is a separate course.
Okay.
Yeah, I will not get into program management because program manager is the one who will manage all the projects under him, under the program. If I am hired as a program manager, then I will be managing the projects which are working under me, contributing to my program. So if I am sitting here, then there is a different practice, then there is a different level of game. I don't want to get into that because then we have different course which is managing successful programs, MSP we call it. That's again 5 days course. So after Prince 2, that's your journey. After Prince 2, you will go for MSP, where you will learn how programs are managed. Then you have portfolio managers. Then you will learn how portfolios are managed. And then you understand how the entire business works. What CEO does, what CFO does, what CTO does. That's how you move up to the ladder. So right now let's focus on project management because that's where we are right now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Neha has a question. Yeah, you're welcome, Sandhya. Neha has a question.
Yes, I have a little bit confusion with the terminology. So, if we have a project,
Correct.
can we have sub projects, or where there are sub projects, the project
There is
becomes
no
one program?
there is no term called sub projects.
Okay.
There are portfolios, there are programs, and there are projects. And then at the top we have business. That's it.
No, taking this example of this automobile, for
Correct.
example, when if you call a hatchback a project,
Correct.
then maybe in the portfolio we would want three or four different models of hatchbacks, right? So there are
Okay.
all the three or four different models cannot be in one project, I'm presuming.
Okay. So if you are saying or if you are thinking like that, then this hatchback becomes a program.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah.
if is it called a program, or there's nothing called as like a sub project?
Yes. There is no sub project.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
There is portfolios, there are programs, and there are projects. No sub projects.
So
If
the lowest level is the project.
yes, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Perfect. Under a program, multiple projects can run. So if you are saying we want to create multiple products under hatchback, then hatchback is a program,
Yeah.
and each category is each car is a project. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope that
Thanks.
clarifies. Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Any other question by anybody?
Yep. Can you make it here that complete hierarchy like business, portfolio, program comes the project manager, not to confuse with where we fall, where it falls.
I think we did that here. If you see, we did that here.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, yeah, but it's very. I mean, it was in, you have written it very
Okay. You want
here
me
and there.
to?
So
Okay. Let me
like a
let me do.
like a flow chart, like it would be much more clear since I'm from
No, no,
non-project
no, no.
management,
That's okay.
non-process
That's
oriented.
okay. I totally respect that. I totally respect that. Let me just give you the framework. So we have business. Business is Mukesh Ambani. Okay.
Okay.
And stop me when you are confused. Business is Mukesh Ambani. Then we have portfolios. Portfolio is what we already have. Geo Cinema, Geo Fiber, all the products and services which we have, which we are delivering. That is portfolio. Then we have programs. Programs is what? This automobile which we have in our mind, that we want to build this portfolio for us. I want to add automobile industry in my portfolio. And under program, we have a lot of projects running. Project 1, Project 2, Project 3, Project 4. So Project 1 is SUV, Project 2 is sedan, Project 3 is hatchback, Project 4 is premium cars. Now tell me if there is any confusion. Santosh?
Yeah, I'm clear. Sorry, I'm on mute. I'm speaking.
No, no
I'm
worries.
clear on it.
You are clear, right? Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Now let's go back. So we were here. Yeah. Now, project manager will form a team here and will hire a team manager. Project manager will hire a team manager. This team manager will support, assist, and help the project manager in order to get to the vision of the project. Okay, this team manager helps managing daily ops, daily operations, and under this team manager we have developers, we have engineers, we have your scrum masters, we have your so-called product owners, we have your testers. Everybody who is working at the ground to build this product is here under your team manager. Sandhya, can you relate it now? You are saying product owner. Here comes the product owner at the ground, at the
Yep.
very ground. Okay, yeah, I hope that connects the dot. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah.
Project manager. Now when we move on to this course, then you will be able to relate more to it. You will understand more to how you can map these rules. Okay, perfect. So project manager is here at the top. Then we have the team manager who reports to the project manager. Then we have the team, okay, which is at the ground working to build the product, who reports to the team manager. Now this team, this developer will report to team manager. This engineer will report to team manager. Scrum master will report to team manager. Product owner, tester, operation, whatever it is, will report to team manager. And this team manager will report to project manager. And this project manager will report to executive. Make sense? Yeah? Yes, Sandhya has a question.
I'm clear on this structure now.
Perfect.
My only question is like, here we said like what methodology we can use, that project manager can decide. So he decides to go by waterfall, or he decides to go by agile.
Hmm.
If he decides to go by agile,
Yes,
and mostly that's happening in
correct,
software
correct.
fields now, there it is said like PO is always the representative from business.
Hmm.
But here, then how that will be connected? Because if PO is representing business, it might interfere project managers some responsibilities also.
Okay, I'll answer that question at the end of the session. Or maybe I don't have to answer that because you will get that idea. Yeah, we will get into the roles and responsibilities of team manager, engineers, and everybody. Okay, yeah, perfect. So, we have developers, engineers, everybody who are working at the ground to build the product, who are reporting to team manager reports to project manager reports to executive. Yeah, are we good? Perfect. Executive interest is dollar, your ROI. Project manager interest is the product goal. Team manager interest is BAU, business as usual activities and daily operations. And engineers, Scrum Master, their interest is development. Are we clear about the interests? Yes, yes, everybody. Yes, Uday, Sumant, perfect.
Yes.
Now comes the tricky part. Guys, I'm building your foundation. Okay, so ask questions, because if your foundations are not built correctly, then we will be moving forward too fast that you will not be able to cope up. So pay attention to it and ask questions, because I can't come back here. If you ask me after this session, I can't come back here. There is too fast we are going to move. So these are the foundations. Ask questions. So business gave us mandate, they gave us project brief. The first person they hired was whom? Executive,
Executive.
with this interest of ROI. Then we have project manager as the interest of product goal. Then we have team manager as the interest of BAU. And then we have developers as the interest of development. Now now there are more roles. The first role is senior user or users, or senior supplier or suppliers. Okay, now what is a senior user? Senior user represent the interest of users. What does it mean? This car which this project team is working on, who is going to use it? Who is going to use this product? The drivers or the users, right? The customer. Yes
Yes.
or no? Yeah, the customer or the user or the driver, right? They are going to use it. They also need representation in this project, right? A project cannot be successful until we have a feedback from a user. Yes or no? If I
So
don't, yeah,
would
yes,
they
Uday.
come under the category of testers then?
Absolutely, yes, they can come as a
Okay.
tester. However, tester is a part in development.
Okay.
So testers, they are part of development team, whereas users, they actually use the product and give the feedback.
Final product.
I have this phone, right? I have this phone. Now, whosoever built this phone, they had a development team. They tested it, right? Before launching it, they tested it. So, development team's job is to test it also. They tested, they sent it to the customer. Say, now you can use it. Now I'm using it. I become a user. As a user, I see my screen hangs a lot of time. As a user, I say my network disconnects. As a user, I see that my pixels are, breaking up. Camera is not functioning well. Camera is not that good. Or the camera is great. That's a feedback. I am a user. Now, if I have been part of that project when they were developing this product, wouldn't that have been a great strategy? Yes or no? If I would have been involved as a user in the project while building this product, would it not have a great strategy? Yes or no? They
Yes.
would have got the errors then and there so that they could correct it, right? That's the interest represented by senior users. There could be one senior user in the project team or could be more than one. That's why we put S here. User or users, senior user or users. There could be one senior user or multiple users who can contribute, who are part of this project team. Are you with me so far? Perfect.
Yes.
Then there is a senior supplier. Senior supplier is the one who represent the interest of suppliers. Now, what is a supplier? Supplier is the one who supplies the resources for development. Okay, supplier is the one who supplies the resources for development. For example, in order to develop this SUV, we need what? People or skilled people, right? Skilled people. We need tools. We need an infrastructure. We need technology. We need partners. We need suppliers. We need vendors. Yes or no? We need processes. We need practices. Who will supply that? Senior supplier. All the raw materials needed, or everything which is needed to build this product is supplied by a senior supplier. Are you with me? Now, senior supplier represents the interest of the supplier who is supplying this. They represent the interest of them. Is it clear who the senior supplier is, what they do? Yes or no? Yes? Neha, is it clear?
Yes.
Priya,
Yeah.
yeah? Okay, Sumant has a question. Sumant,
So may I know whom do these people report to? Senior user or senior supplier?
just a second, guys. I'm reading this chat when I connected. I'm not okay. Who is what? Sorry.
No, yeah, senior user or senior supplier. Whom do these people report to?
Okay, I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
Sure, sure. All right,
Yeah,
not a problem.
yeah. No, no. Ask questions. As I said, I like that. So I'll come to that.
I have
Yeah,
another question.
yeah, Neha.
Do all projects need to have a senior user and a senior
Every
supplier?
project, these roles are mandatory.
Okay.
Every role I'm explaining here is mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
We are discussing Prince 2. So Prince 2 says these roles are mandatory.
Okay.
Any project, if you are implementing Prince 2, these roles are mandatory. As simple as that. Without these roles, you are not following Prince 2. You are following something else. Call it anything, but it's not Prince 2. That's why I said at the beginning, whatever you have been following, it's a mix of best and worst practices. But we are learning the best practice here. And best practice says these roles are important. Yes, Priya.
Just like, what kind of projects does, like, Prince2 gets adapted, because there is project management separately and there's Scrum Master separately. So, how do we know, like, this is where Prince2 should be adapted?
You have to repeat that.
No, I'm asking like which are the areas in the organization that Prince2 is adapted?
Everywhere.
Like, but there are companies which still use project management, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so how is it different that because in project management, I believe the time is not, it's like it's not fixed, it's variable component, but here in Prince2 we are saying time is fixed. So how does a organization like know that whether they should go with project management or they should adapt the Prince2? So what is the criteria to adapt Prince2?
Okay, project management. In project management, time is fixed, cost is fixed.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you are working in a project where time and cost is not fixed, that's not project management, that's BAU, business as usual activity.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have been working in a project where time and cost is not fixed, then it's not a project. It's not a project. They call it a project. It's not a project. You can call it you can call it anything in your organization, but it's not a project. By
Okay.
the definition, yeah.
Okay, so for instance, if it's a service like software company, like there could be certain further enhancements which was initially not the plan when the plan got fixed. Like the project got kicked off.
Correct, correct.
For the enhancements, we need to increase the timeline, but
Hmm.
we are saying this in the project the time is fixed. So
Yes,
how do we say like
we will come
is
to
it
that.
an extension?
No, you have a very valid question. We will come to that. We will come to that. Right now, we are understanding the fundamentals. So,
Okay.
in fundamentals, keep this thing in mind. Embed this thing in your mind right now. Kind of punch it in your mind. Time and cost is fixed in a project. We will come to that situation where we have to negotiate. We will come to that.
Okay.
But time and cost is fixed for a project manager. As simple as that. No discussions about it. Second thing, a project is a temporary setup. If it's not temporary, then it's not a project. It's something else. It's BAU. It's business as usual activity. Okay? Punch these two things in your mind right now. Okay? Yeah? Yes, Sandhya.
Who identifies senior users or senior suppliers?
Okay.
Is it PM's responsibility to connect with them or executive's responsibility
No, good
to
question.
introduce them?
Good question. Who hires them? Business can hire them. Executive can hire them. Project manager can appoint them. Anybody. Customer can do that. Okay. Depends upon who is the customer, who wants this product, who is using it. Even users can voluntarily be a part of project. Nobody assigns them. They voluntarily say, hey, we want to be part of this project. So either business, executive, PM, they can appoint it. Yeah?
But basically, whose responsibility is it? Like, is it one of the
No.
responsibility of
There
project
is no
manager?
there is no such thing. There is no such thing. It's executive who makes sure that there has to be a user, senior user, and there has to be a senior supplier. Who appoints it? That can be executive, that could be business, that could be project manager. But executive makes sure that we have senior user in our project team and a senior supplier in our project team. Now, when we combine these three roles, senior user, executive, senior supplier, when we combine these three roles, that forms our project board. Okay, that forms our project board. From here, we call it a project board. We will not call it senior user, senior supplier, executive. No, it's a project board. Are you with me so far? Yes?
Yep.
Perfect. Wonderful. You guys are quick learners. Now,
I think just one
yeah,
thing
yeah, sure.
I would like to get confirmed. It's the extension of Priya's question.
Hmm.
So as you said, like the project is temporary. It
Hmm.
has start time, it has end time, it has some cost.
Correct.
But after that project is delivered, it goes to operational thing, isn't it? Like the support and things. So, okay,
Yes,
I created car now,
correct.
but then it's going to the some other team, isn't
Correct.
it? To just
Absolutely.
support
Yes.
it, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
analysis.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. We will discuss that as well. Yeah. So you got it right. What is a project board? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Project manager reports to project board directly. Okay. Project manager reports to project board directly. Whenever there is a discussion, now see, I told you na, cost is fixed, time is fixed. Remember, I told you this in the beginning. Yes or no? Cost is 20 lakhs, time is 6 months. Yes, and this was written where? In the business case. Yes, for me, this is my Bible. I follow that. Now, on fifth month, I, as a project manager, feel I need more time, I need more money. Whom do I reach out? I reach out to project board. Are you with me? I reach out to project board. Hey, project board, you know what? I have to have one more month. I have to have 2 more lakhs. 2 lakhs more. I discuss that with the project board. Project board will discuss it, analyze it, and then will either approve it or reject it. Okay. If it is approved, then business case is updated with new version 2 business case. Then version 2 business case become the bible for project manager. Now tell me, does that answer your question, Priya and Neha? Does that answer your question? Like, if there is a situation where we need to negotiate time and cost, how do we do that? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So project manager will make sure that he or she follows the business case. Time is fixed, cost is fixed. But there is any situation, if there is any situation where he or she feels that there is some negotiation needed, he or she goes to project board, submits the request, hey, I need this. Project board will assess, do the cost benefit analysis, and then either reject it or approve it. If it's rejected, project manager has to follow the original plan. If they approve it, then the business case is updated with new version, which is called version 2. That version 2 will be the bible for project manager then. Yes, Sandhya.
So if the request is approved, that's fine. But you said like if it is declined, project manager has to complete that in
Yes.
given initial period.
Yeah,
So
original
how is
plan.
it possible?
This is possible. This is project board's decision. If
No, but
project,
like, see, if I'm going and saying like, okay, I checked with everyone, there were some risks, and that's why
mhm.
I need one more month.
Yeah,
And then board said, no, you can't have. So
yeah,
what will I do?
that's the ultimate decision. Board says when to approve, when not to approve. It's board's decision. They can terminate the project anytime they want. They will do the analysis whether you asking more money is relevant to the business or not, whether you asking more time is relevant. to the business. You want 1 more month, but by that time my competitor will already launch the product which I'm competing with. So I'm Geo, and I was competing with Mahindra, and Mahindra is about to launch the product in June, and I was also competing with that. I gave you timelines based on that, and you want 1 more month. I lose the competition. There is no need of this project anymore. I delete it. Hey, project manager, you want 1 more month, 2 more lakhs. I terminate this project. Go, go back home. I don't need you. I don't need this project anymore. I don't want to use any further of my time, resources, money, whatever lost. Make sense?
So, j- so when we go with the request, do we need to request like that? Okay, give me 1 more month,
Yes.
or give me 4 resources so I can complete in
Yeah,
2 weeks.
you can propose anything you want. If there is a situation, there is an exception, you can raise an exception with project board. However, the decision is made by project board based on the business analysis. They do business analysis. What you are asking for is relevant to the business or not, whether it will give the ROI to the business or not. Based on that, they approve or reject. They have the ultimate power to decide. You don't have it. Remember, project manager will play around the boundary. What is that boundary? The business case boundary. He or she can't go beyond the boundary. I can't say, hey, you can't approve 2 lakhs, you already invested 20 lakh. Business says, hey, who the hell are you to decide? You are not business, you are a project manager. You agreed to deliver this in 6 months, now you are asking 1 more month. What kind of project manager you are? You don't deserve to be a project manager. Such discussions happen. When you accept a project, you accept it with acknowledgement that I, as a project manager, will deliver this product within 6 months, within the budget, right? I do certain analysis before accepting a project. I don't accept a project which is unachievable. Okay. So I am, as a project manager, if I feel that 6 months is very much less time to build this prototype, then I say that, I raise that, hey, this is unachievable. 6 months, no. At the initial stage, I discuss it. But once I have acknowledged it, once I have accepted it, once I have consumed 90% of my resources, on the fifth month, I'm saying, I need 1 more month. What kind of a project manager I am? I'm cheating my business. I'm not being transparent. Where was I for the last 5 months? That's why time and cost is fixed for a project manager. If you want to be the best project manager or the great project manager, always keep this thing in mind. Time and cost is fixed. Whenever you are accepting a project, always keep these two things in mind. Hey, I can't play around with time, I can't play around with cost. So, whatever I'm expecting, will I be able to deliver it? If yes, accept it, acknowledge it. If no, do the analysis, share it with the business. Hey, business, I would love to work on this project, but this is not achievable within 6 months. This is not achievable within 20 lakh rupees. Business will ask you why. Then you give the rationale behind it. You show them your calculation, sir. Based on my experience, these are the resources needed, which would take 8 months. These are the money needed, specifics. Show them the data, show them your plan. Business will approve it. Business like project managers who are transparent. Business like project managers who raise exceptions at the beginning of the project, not at the end of the project. Guys, are you with me? Make sense?
One question about uh, assumptions and the risks things. So I have worked on similar sort of the project. I know that it might take 6 months,
Mhm,
but we assume that like I will get 8 people's team. Out
mhm,
of that, maybe the 4 are developers, 4 are the testers.
mhm.
But but that takes time. So if suppose I don't get these resources in time, that means it will be delay my project.
Mm-hmm.
It maybe resource wise also. If I do get the engine, then only I can start building up. If I don't get, it will delay.
Mm-hmm.
So all these sort of things are they written in business case? Like what are the assumptions and when we are starting?
See, they okay, all right. Think like that. Okay, you are being involved. For example, I'll tell you the real life example. Okay, you are you are getting married. Okay, let's suppose you are getting married. You are planning to get married. Yeah, you do certain analysis right before getting married. Then what are your outcomes after the marriage? What exactly you are trying to achieve from that marriage? Yes or no? Or you just go blindly? No, right? You have certain things in your hand that okay, this is my business case, this is what I want to achieve. I want to travel the world with my companion, I want to have kids, I want to live a rich life with this person, I want to have a great car, I want to have great life with this person, right? That is the outcome. Now you just imagine you acknowledge the marriage, you get married, and after getting married you are complaining about things that hey, I didn't get that, I didn't, whatever it is. That's a bad project management. So
No, but what I'm saying, I'm assuming that the person will be good or person will be bad.
mhm,
So in
yes,
my mind, there is like, okay, this person is good. I get
yeah,
everything from him.
yes,
Okay, I get this, whatever
yeah,
the positive output.
mhm,
But there is 50% assumption is also like that that person is not good.
correct,
And then the output goes in the wrong direction.
yeah. So those things which are not in your, so there are certain things which are in your control, yes or no, right?
Yeah.
90% of the things which those things are in your control. You know how this person behaves, you know how this person's behavior is, what, how much he earns, how much his family loves you, right? All these things, all the things which are in your control, these are your opportunities. All the things which are not in your control, these are risks, right? All these risks are managed by a project manager by using risk management techniques. So as a project manager, I do risk analysis before accepting a project. We will cover risk management later. Risk management means, what if something goes wrong in the project? What is the plan B for that? What if I'm not able to succeed to deliver this within 6 months? That is risk management. To give you a very good example, if I am a project manager for this project where I have to deliver this in 20 lakhs in 6 months and this time and cost is fixed, my risk management says I don't share this time and cost with my team manager. I don't share it. Okay? What do I share with them? Hey, team, I have this budget 10 lakh rupees, 3 months deadline. That's my risk management. We will discuss more about it. Now, this way, I give them a tight guideline, I give them a tight costing. If they fail, if they fail, I have the scope to increase it to 1 lakh. If they again fail, I have the a scope to increase it to 2 lakh. This way, I keep my team happy. I play around within the budget. I play around within the time, but I don't change the time and cost. That is my strategy. I don't share the right stats with my team. That's my strategy, right? because I am responsible. Nobody asks me, why didn't you do that? Because I have my own game, I can play it. Are you with me so far? Now you might say, hey, you are lying to your team. Yes, I am. This is called risk management. This is called risk management. Plan A fails. This is plan B. If you tell that, hey, I have 20 lakhs, trust me, you will never be able to achieve it because there are risk. Risk will fluctuate your cost. Okay? Okay? Are you with me? Yes or
Yeah.
no?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Perfect. Wonderful. Now,
So,
as I said, yeah.
sorry, before we proceed, I have a question.
Yes, yes, sure.
Uh, can we talk about project board? Because project board consists of executive, project manager, team manager, senior user, senior
Mm-hmm.
supplier,
Mm-hmm.
and also developer, tester, etc. So we have all the team in the project board. And you
Mm-hmm.
said project manager reports to project board,
Mm-hmm.
and if any ad hoc request is coming, he submits it to project board and they approve. So what are uh, uh, like also we discussed team manager, senior user, team manager, and also the developer,
Mm-hmm.
etc. will be reporting to project manager. So how come they approve the request that is coming in between that project
Okay,
manager is submitting? Yeah.
sure. Okay. So we have business at the top, then we have project team. Okay, guys? Then we have a project team. Project team is the entire team. Okay? Project team consists of a project board, a project manager, a team manager, and a development team. When we combine all of them, we can call them a project team. Okay? So whenever you heard this term project team, it means a combination of all of them. Okay? Are you with me? Now I'm going to use project board because now you might have seen that I'm not using senior supplier, user, or executive because they all represent project board now. Now see, this is very important. Any moment of time. So you see, executive gives you business case, right? Business case is the Bible which is referred by project manager. Referred. What is written in business case? This guy will deliver. Any point of time. Any point of time during the project. If project board feels that this business case is not valid, is invalid, or this business case does not meet business needs, or this business case does not gives the ROI to the business, or this business case does not make sense at any point of time, no matter how much money they have invested, no matter how much time they have invested, they can anytime terminate this project. Anytime. Always remember that. Okay? Are you with me so far? So it's the project board who decides. Now, in project board, there are three roles. Sometimes senior supplier, senior user, and executive they don't have a same opinion. Senior user says the project is viable, so we should continue project. Senior supplier says no, this is not viable, we should not continue with this project. Executive has some other thoughts. In such situation where conflicts arise in project board when they have difference in opinion, then the ultimate decision is taken by the executive only. Executive has that veto power. Whatever executive says, that's the underlined decision which everybody has to follow in the project team. Are you with me so far? Yes. So this layer,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
sorry.
Project board is not clear to me. So can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, sure. So project board can anytime terminate a project when they feel that the ROI is not achievable, it doesn't meet the requirements of the business, or it is invalid. They can anytime terminate the project. And when there is a clash between senior supplier, senior user, and the executive, then the executive has the ultimate power to decide. So whatever the executive says, everybody follows. Okay? And this is not about termination, this is about everything. At any point of situation, if there is a conflict, executive is the one who decides. Yes? Okay? Now there are different layers. This is the first layer, project board layer. This layer helps in directing the project. Then there is second layer, the project manager. This layer helps in managing the project. Then there is a third layer, team management and the development team. This layer helps to develop and deliver the product. Are you with me? Yes. Now look at this project team. We have direction from the top, we have management at the middle, and we have the delivery at the bottom. That's how your project team functions. So we have the prime minister at the top, or the home ministry at the top. Then we have the chief ministers for the states, and then we have IAS, IPS, rest of the authorities. Who implements and delivers the products and services? Ask me if you have any confusion, because that's where we build the foundation of project management best practices as per Prince 2. Yes, Sandhya.
Yeah.
As project managers, I will not say lie, but they lie to the team. Do
So
the executives also lie to project manager where they want something within 7 months, but then they tell project manager 6 months? Is that happen?
can you repeat that, please?
So because of the risk management, you said sometimes project manager says to his team that he needs the product within 3 months or 4 months instead of the 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's his strategy.
Correct.
Is that the same strategy used by executive also? Like they want the
Wow.
product to market in 7 months?
Wow. I mean, you are smart. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes. We were supposed to discuss that later on, because I don't want to confuse everybody right now. But yes, that happens. So what Sandhya has asked, let me just cover that. If the project cost is 20 lakh rupees, business approved 20 lakhs and 6 months, then the project will tell the project manager that we have 4 months and 15 lakh rupees for the project. That's the budget, that's the time. Then the project manager will give 3 months and 10 lakhs. Now this reserve, project manager will reserve the rest of the amount, that is called risk reserve. Risk reserve. Okay, that is called risk reserve. Similarly, the project board also, and this is for team risk reserve. Similarly, project board has this risk reserve which is called project risk reserve. Project risk reserve. Now, when project manager asks the project board, hey, I want one more month, I want 2 more lakhs, That's when they use their reserve to approve the exception. If they have the reserve, they will approve it. If they don't have the reserve, they will not approve it. Based on their analysis, based on their calculations, they either approve it or reject it. Santosh has a question. Santosh.
Yep, as you said, right, when it comes to the project termination thing, right? You said uh, when it comes to senior supplier doesn't agree with either of the other people in the team, executive has the right to terminate the project. Is that my
Correct.
understanding
Correct.
correct?
Correct. 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 Yes,
Okay.
correct.
I mean, business has nothing to do because business has nothing to do
See,
when
see,
it comes to the termination of the project.
business.
The sole
We
responsible would be the
yeah.
executive.
Let's not talk about business. Business is gone. Business is Mukesh Ambani. You remember why I gave you this example of Mukesh Ambani? Have you heard him? Have you seen him anywhere after Geo launch? Once Geo was launched, that's when we saw Mukesh Ambani. After that, have you seen him anywhere in the implementation? No. That's business. They come, launch, they disappear. They don't care then because they have appointed executive on their behalf. Executive will play their role. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah?
And again, right, when it comes to the software cycle, right, when we come to software, I work as an system administrator building up a data centers, right, and architecture and everything else. The business comes and says that I'm going to deploy an data center, for example, where it's a collection of servers and everything else. The architecture and everything will be given by that of complete proof of plan will be given by the executive to the project manager, right? That's where the project manager gets it implemented with his team manager. Along with the team manager gets it done, implemented with his reportees like developers, engineers and everything else. Is it the I was still stuck where the clear cut proof of plan, where the see, based on the plan only the risks comes into picture, the everything comes into picture, the timeline comes into the picture.
No.
Without a
Okay.
specific plan,
Okay.
example for building up a product, an
Yeah.
architecture is there.
I want to stop you there. So, executive doesn't make the plan. Executive doesn't make the project plan. It's the project manager who creates the project plan.
Okay, okay, and in the
Executive
beginning you said
creates
that
that's okay.
okay,
Executive creates the business case. Business case is something
okay,
else. Project plan is something else. Business case,
okay, Nitin,
yeah, business case
you
tells
said,
you, yeah,
sorry.
yeah, okay.
Let me
Business,
complete. Let me complete, please. Let me complete my
okay,
question very
okay,
clearly, specifically. Okay.
okay, okay.
I'm getting confused here, right? When a project has been handed over by the, uh, from the business to the executive. This is the thing that I need this product or this service has to be implemented. This is what the business says to the executive, and executives goes through the requirement of the business and he charts out the plan, the technical plan or implementation plan, everything else, right? What's there in his mind, he drafts it in a business document, which is it's an a book to be referred by the project manager as a soul, with sole identity. Okay, and then the project manager takes that and gets it implemented with his team of members. But who drafts that exact plan, takes the requirements from the business,
Okay.
uses that executive is neither
No,
a
no,
subject
okay.
matter expert
Okay,
or
let's not call it a plan. Okay, there is a confusion. Let's not call it a plan. It's not a plan. Let me show you one thing. Let me show you one thing. Let's
the
discuss.
feasibility, right? Business comes to the executive. Okay.
No, no, let's discuss it. Business case. What is a business case? I'll give you one
Example.
example. Yeah, I'll give you one example. I have this car, SUV prototype. Remember? We will use the same example. What is the business case for this car? So I discuss here. What is the output? What is the time? What is the budget? What is the approach? How many resources? Yeah, everything about this product, about this project. So output is SUV. Now SUV is not an output. We need more details. Okay, color red, engine 1200 cc, length 4 meter, breadth 2 meters, seating capacity 5 seater. You see, I'm picking details about the product. Safety
Okay.
6 airbags. Everything about the product description I put here. What is the time? 6 months. Budget 20 lakhs. Which approach? Agile approach. Resources needed 20 developers, 5 engineers, 6 designers, 4 testers. Then I put details about who is the project manager, who is the team manager, what is his responsibility, what is his responsibility, who are the developers, what is their responsibility. I defined RACI, who is accountable for what, who is responsible for what. Every single thing I document here in business case. Now, what exactly it is converting? It's translating the vision of the business to the actual delivery. It converts from high level requirements to the low level requirements. That is your business case. Now, this business case will be referred by project manager to do their daily activities to manage the project. By referring this, the project manager knows what to deliver, when to deliver, how to deliver. Now, this project manager, by referring this document, knows what to deliver, when to deliver, and then create a project plan which talks about how to deliver. That project plan is created by project manager. That's the difference between business case and a project plan. So let's not say that executive creates the plan. No, executive creates the business case so that the vision is converted, the high level vision is converted into low level requirements. Then that requirement document is captured by project manager to create the project plan. Is it making sense?
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Thank you. Yeah. Clear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you can call it business case as a requirement document, which tells about what are the requirements, what are the resources, and then from that you pick what can I plan, how can I execute that business case, how can I implement and deliver the product. Make sense? So executive creates business case, project manager creates project plan. As simple as that. Yeah. Yes, Sandhya.
My question is about this resource management.
Hmm.
In business case, you said executive can write about
Hmm.
who will be the team manager or who will be the developers.
Hmm.
Is it his responsibility or that comes
No,
under
no.
project manager?
Project manager.
Okay,
Remember,
so project manager will assist there too.
okay, let's go back here. See, we have different layers, right?
Hmm.
So executive appoints project manager appoints team managers builds the development team where project manager is consulted. So project manager forms the entire project delivery team. Okay?
Okay, so So on business case document, it will be just mentioning like, okay, there will be the four developers,
Yes,
maybe
yes,
two testers,
yes,
but actual resource management is done by project manager.
yes. No. So whatever is written in the business case, project manager will follow that. So if it is written four developers approved, then
Uh-huh.
only four developers will be part of that team. But who are those four developers? Project manager decides.
Okay.
If project manager wants more than four, then he or she negotiates at the beginning, at the initiation, not at the end or not in the middle. Okay, making sense?
Mm.
No. Tell me, ask
So,
questions. Hmm.
okay, now it's ideal world
Yes,
that project manager can choose the developers and
correct,
testers.
correct.
But normally what happened if you have big organization, one project finishes and another project is about to finish, then there is a resource team is also there.
Mm-hmm,
So maybe in the business case, they say like, okay, there are um, 8 people needed,
mm-hmm,
and this resource team then comes with like, okay, we have these four developers, these four testers that you can use.
mm-hmm.
So there might be the skills are different. So each project manager in a position to say like, okay, I can use these resources, or I can't use these resources, maybe because of the tools are different.
See, when business case tells that only 10 project, only 10 developers are approved,
Mhm.
then only 10 developers can work. We can't use 11 developers. As simple as that. If business case says 5 developers to be used, then only 5 developers can be used. Now, if project manager feels no, 5 are not enough, then after reading the business case, project manager can negotiate that with the project board that hey, I want 5 more. If project board approves, then the newer business case will be created, newer version of this business case will be created, saying that 20 developers will be used. From there, 20 developers will be used. We can't add anyone else from there. If you want more than 20, again you have to ask project board. If they approve, then again business case will be updated and a newer version of business case will have 25 developers. From there, you can't add more than 25. It keeps on happening and happening and happening. However, the key here is what I'm trying to say, whatever is written in business case, project manager will follow that. Project manager has no control over business case. Project manager follows the business case. Who has the control over business case? Project board, the executive. Okay, makes sense? Yes or no?
Yeah.
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 Why project board? Why executive has authority in business case? Because he is representing whom? Who is
Business.
business? And business is
People.
concerned about what?
ROI.
ROI. ROI is what? Hard dollars. Profit. And profit. You know that. Now you know that, right? When we are moving from 5 developers to 10 developers, it will affect their profit. So they will do their analysis. They will check their risk register and then they will approve or reject. Okay? Business case is the Bible for project manager. That's what I'm trying to say. As a project manager, always check your business case before acknowledging and accepting your project. Once you have acknowledged and accepted, you can't ask for any more resources. Keep that in mind because that reflects a bad project management practice. There could be a situation where risks came which impacted, which shuffles everything. Then you can ask for exception. There is no harm in that. But if there is no risk, still you are asking for exception, no, you are not a good project manager. Okay? For example, you are planning a child and you have planned everything for one child and you suddenly got twins. You have no control to it. Right? That's a risk, right? You don't have resources for that, but you can raise an exception in such cases. Hey, I'm having twins, so I need more budget. I need more energy. So I have to switch my job. You see? Is it making sense? So there are certain things which are in our control. There are certain things which are not in our control. That is what we deal with risk management strategies. Yeah, make sense? Yeah, I hope that is clear. Yes, perfect. Now this builds the foundation for your Prince2. Okay, if you understood this, uh, you will not have any challenge going forward. Okay, but if you have any question on these foundation level uh, concepts, ask them, ask questions. Tell me if you have any question. Neenad, Nishant, Sumant, you have any question? Priya,
No.
no?
No.
So one question.
Okay.
Uh, so what you call as business case, can this term be used differently in different companies?
Yeah, you can call it anything. You can call it anything. The idea should remain the same. The idea is whatever you call it, that needs to be followed by the project manager. That's it. Whatever you call it, that needs to be created by project board. That's it. You call it anything. You call it document. You call it whatever. Up to you. The principle behind it remains the same. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. There is a project manager who is who's raised the hand. I don't know your name. Who is? Uh, yeah. Ask question. Someone has raised his hand and I can't see who he is. It's just showing project manager. Who is this person? Yes, please ask question. You have raised your hand. Okay. All right then. So I hope we all are good. Yeah. Okay. I want to give you 15 minutes break. Okay. Go have some fresh air. Then come back and then I'll just go back to the slides. We will make you familiarize with what we covered. I covered more than the PPT, but we will just move on and come to the flow of presentation as well. Okay, so take 15 minutes, go outside, have fresh air, and then come back. Okay, all right, let me just open the clock. Yeah, enjoy your break, guys.